said I played hard, but I've done I've done a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, I'm sure, but this is one of the good things. I know that.
Why was keeping this franchise here such an important thing for you personally?
Well, because I thought that uh, we we could prove a point by dealing with a city that had been so down, that was written off by many, and really had welcomed us in 2008 in an extraordinary fashion. Had a sponsorship grouping that was terrific, had gotten support from the fans before, and had a governmental infrastructure in Governor Jindal and Mayor Landrieu that was going to make it work in a small market. And this is an important place for us because people will say, well, if it can work in small markets, then it can work anywhere. And I believe that. I believe whether it's New Orleans or it's Oklahoma City or San Antonio or Utah, these are markets that can support an NBA team, and I think we're in the process of proving it in New Orleans.
How did you get Tom Benson back to the table?
Actually, by he came back to the table. I don't know. I can't tell you exactly what was motivating him, but he told you that he didn't like the idea of it being owned by someone who was out of state. And I think maybe he finally thought that it might be worth what I was asking for it if someone else was willing to pay it.
Were you uncomfortable with the whole California group?
Not at all. Not at all. We were only going to have ownership, in my view, that would be great for the city of New Orleans. And we had full arrangements, and we had local ownership, investors lined up. It didn't matter to us. We were going to protect the operation, except when the owner of the Saints that has certain synergies, whether it's whether it's Champion Square, whether it's where their training facility might be located, where and the reputation that the Saints have in the community, it was really perfect. So that was it. But we wouldn't. I think we had excellent potential ownership groups lined up, whatever the outcome was.
Commissioner, what is your thoughts and what is the process, I guess in a nutshell, for this whole nickname change to actually take place?
I don't have my constitution with me. I don't know what the deadline is, okay? I think you have to apply now for like the 2013-14 season. I think, and it's expensive. We got trademark, all those 217 countries and territories that we televise games in. We probably have trademark filings in multiple categories, etc. So there's a whole process that some bunch of lawyers figured out. I don't know who.
Are you opposed to it? Because it certainly seems this city is all for it.
Oh, I'm not opposed to it. This is a question for the, for the team and the governors to deal with. We've had some. We have one proposal that wanted the Jersey Nets to be called the Swamp Dragons. So we can deal with anything.
Mr. Commissioner, during your conference call about a month and a half ago, you were asked if you were for or against having a multi-sport pro owner in the same market. You said it wasn't something you were pursuing. What changed between then and now? Was it the almighty dollar, been the price you were looking for?
No, I don't remember. I mean, that wasn't a predicate, because I just, I didn't want to make it seem like I was too anxious. Then I would never have made the deal. But I think it's great to have the synergies that are presented in a market where you've got these existing relationships with ticket holders, with sponsors, with the municipality, with the legislature. I think it's really good.
You said it's important to have. Well, comment a little more on why it's important to have small market teams balancing out the larger market teams, and therefore it's not all the big boys.
It isn't balancing out. It's just that we have made the statement that it's not about the size of the market. It's about the decisions made by management. That's why we moved to, when you look at the NFL, there's, New Orleans and Green Bay, two small markets. I envy that, and we go beyond that with our league, given the size of some of our markets that don't have NFL teams. All the ones I named, Orlando, Portland, Utah, San Antonio, Memphis, and so on, Oklahoma City. And it's always been a point of pride for us that if you ask citizens to support their team in a small market, they can rest assured that that team can compete and that team can make a profit. And that's what our last collective bargaining agreement was about. Those two things, allowing every team that's well managed to compete for a championship and to make a profit.
Thank you.